old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on my thumb with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling.
Welcome to another Game of Thrones news update, where I take what I consider to be the most important Game of Thrones news from the past week or so and I share it with you. Winner from last news video's giveaway will be announced at the end of this video, as well as a new giveaway for your chance to win a gift card to Amazon. Warning, there are spoilers for season 7 of Game of Thrones, probably a fuck ton, so if you don't want spoilers for the next season, abandon ship. Starting with the North, if you've been with me a while, you remember back in the fall I talked about a girl, Megan Parkinson, who was spotted on set wearing Northern clothes and hugging Kit Harington. Her CV has recently been updated to reveal she's in fact playing Alice Karstark. If you're not a book reader or it's been a while, she is the only daughter of Lord Rickard Karstark, that guy Robb executed and caused a lot of issues with the Karstarks. She eventually came to the Wall to ask Jon for help against her uncle's plotting, which he does eventually help her. Since she's most likely at Winterfell and the episodes are so short this season, I really doubt we're getting her entire plot line. I think it's something more like her family fought on the side of the Boltons. She's maybe the last one left, or the one that Jon is passing their home to, so she has to go to Winterfell and swear her allegiance to the Starks. And I'm more than sure she's gonna do something to make Jon uncomfortable, maybe flirt with him a little bit. Though, you know, after being stabbed to death, what really would make you embarrassed or uncomfortable at that point? So she'll probably have a very small role, but it'll just help neatly tie up all the Northern plots. Well, except for the White Walkers, of course. Obviously. Maisie Williams was spotted in Canada, along with the wolves that have been used for the Direwolves in Game of Thrones in past seasons. Ghost, and I believe a wolf that looks like Nymeria, all grown up, replacement obviously, were also spotted. So if we get Arya with her wolf pack in season 7 of Game of Thrones, I'm just gonna just lose my shit. My review for that episode will just be me screaming until I pass out. Oh my gosh, and then maybe this picture will come to fruition. Sophie Turner, yet again, basically confirmed she'll be in the last season of Game of Thrones, which no one watching this is probably shocked to hear. She said in an interview when talking about what's next for her, "We're about to start shooting the next X-Men, we've just finished shooting season 7 of Game of Thrones, and I've got a couple of movies to do before X-Men starts. And then we go on to season 8. But speaking of the last season, Liam Cunningham, Sir Davos's actor, made me super sad when he told Mashable how they're all dealing with Game of Thrones coming to an end. He told them, "I know we're all feeling it on set. You've yet to see the work we've done on season 7. You guys have 2 more. We have 1 more. We're 1 ahead of you. And we're now in the position where it must be like trying to get off drugs. We're easing ourselves off drugs gently, and the drug is this show." Elfie Allen, Theon's actor, agreed, stating, "In terms of the pace of it, it's pretty much the same, but there's definitely a feeling of it's coming to an end. It's kind of crazy. It's sad for us, because we're not going to get to hang out as much." Jacob Anderson, Grey Worm's actor, added, "I think, and this is true of season 6, you can feel that things are coming to a close. It's all getting a bit much. The show's kind of like a pressure cooker. It's just absolute chaos." Now I'm super sad all over again. Thanks, guys. Of course, all these interviews wouldn't be complete without them trying to hype up season 7 for fans. And Theon's actor told Mashable, "It's going to be a crazy season. It's definitely going to blow a lot of people's minds. It's still the same running theme, characters that haven't crossed each other's paths before will do. And they're going to take it even further this time. People have loyalties that they have to examine." And it's pretty obvious from the photos and some of the videos that have been leaked that Theon is not only going to be questioned about his loyalty, but he's going to question his loyalty as well. We've seen photos of Jon shoving him around, you know, being all pissed about the whole betraying his family thing, and then also the Ironborn shoving Theon around. And the leaks also stated that he may have betrayed his sister or left his sister to be captured by Euron, so I feel like Theon's actor was talking a little bit about his character, but I'm sure others are going to have their loyalty questioned as well. such as Jaime and Tyrion, I'm more than sure they're going to be meeting up in season 7, and I'm actually really excited for it. Really what gets me a bit more hopeful about season 7 is Grey Worm's actor's dish in another interview where he said, "I'm surprised that they're even able to fit in what they're even fitting in. I'm just excited for people to see everything as the end of the last season plays out." But if the leaks are true, they did have time for a Missandei Grey Worm sex scene, which I really don't need, but hey, I'm sure this is going to be some people's jam, and they are just going to lose their fucking minds over it. Liam talked about fan theories in another interview and talked about how batshit crazy some of them were, but he also admitted that fans got some theories right. He said, "For a couple of years, I've been hearing a theory that I think might be right, but I don't want to go into it because it might be a spoiler, but I think they've worked it out. It'll become pretty obvious soonish. I have to be very delicate with all of this." So I'm happy Liam finally confirmed the Varys Merlin theory. But speaking of theories, Jaime Lannister's actor believes the theory that Jaime will kill Cersei is too obvious to be true. He told Huffington Post, "It's a theory, but it has a beautiful romantic tragic thing to it. It's probably too obvious." I still think Tyrion killing Cersei would be more obvious, but I also remember Jaime's actor talking in a few interviews saying how he doesn't see Jaime ever leaving Cersei, so I don't think he's very aware of his character in the books. Not that the show has to follow the books by any means. But he also admitted he's not aware of how anything turns out on the show, especially Cersei's death, so that's probably a big hint that Cersei makes it to the final season of Game of Thrones, which is a no-brainer. Moving on, Ben Fox has been added to the Game of Thrones cast list, but what his role is still a mystery. He has adorable ears, though. Man, if you thought Ian McShane was tired of telling fans to grow up and get over Game of Thrones and that it's just a show about tits and dragons, you would be very wrong. I guess he just really likes Game of Thrones fans' salty tears. In an interview, he had this to say: "The show is huge, but some fans seem to identify with it too closely. You want to say, have you thought about your lifestyle? Maybe you should get out a little more." He later went on to say people that get mad about spoilers for a Game of Thrones should, quote, "get a fucking life." Oh, McShane, always winning hearts. I want to talk quickly about two things on Game of Thrones merchandise. HBO is releasing gorgeous pens. I have a thing about pens, so sorry if I go too far with this. They will feature 4 houses, Lannister, Baratheon, Targaryen, and Stark, and come as a rollerball, ballpoint pen, or fountain pen. Then there are the new Funko Pops coming out later this year, which, oh my gosh, one is Tormund, Stop My Heart. Then there's Cersei in her new Mad Queen outfit, Jon versus Ramsay 2-pack, which is so delightful, and one with arrows in him, which is just, ow. There's also a few others, but I thought those were the coolest. I put links in the video description below if you want to check it out yourself, and now I have to figure out when and how to get those Funko Pops. Finally, before talking about the giveaway, I just want to do George R. R. Martin stalking news, where you figure out how much of a goddamn psycho I am. George responded to a gentleman who said he would understand if George took another 4 years to finish The Winds of Winter by saying it's not going to take that long. George also cleared up for people unaware of how his books being published works, and said that The Winds of Winter will first be released in English and then translated afterwards. The delay between the release of the English version and the ones in other languages will vary from country to country. So sorry to those wanting to read it in their own language the second he publishes it. All right, let's finish with giveaways. Last news video, I asked you which character absolutely had to die before the series ended. And by far my favorite answer was from Sick of Washington. A man thinks one choice is too few. All men must die. Amazing. Message me for your gift card, and if you're that other guy who messaged me about not getting your gift card, I messaged you back, so make sure you message me back again so we can straighten all that out. New giveaway! For your chance to win a $15 gift card to Amazon, all you have to do is like this video, so hit the thumbs up and answer in the comment section below, how would you sum up a Game of Thrones or A Song of Ice and Fire in one sentence to someone who has never read the books or never read the show? It doesn't matter which you go with. So I will pick a winner, and in my next news video, I will announce it. All right, thank you so much for watching. Please come back for more Game of Thrones news. I try to do it every week, but sometimes there's not enough news to do it every week. Besides that, I do tons of other videos, so make sure you subscribe. Again, like the video, and I will leave you with some friendly, aurorist advice. New giveaway for your chance to win a $15 gift card to Amazon. Someone asked me last video, what can you buy with $15? I don't fucking know. What you couldn't buy before because you didn't have those $15? I don't have to tell you how to spend this. Buy a Funko Pop, buy a book. I don't know. Why do you put this shit on me?